I tried to do some fancy modeling and things, and yeah, it didn't work. I ended up just selecting the faces and the places that would look as good for clothing. Then I used a solidify modifier to get some depth. The next thing I needed was a rig, so I quickly start with a single bone and extruded it out till I liked what I had. I did run into a few problems with parts of the head and legs. I probably could have used a weight paint system, but I just don't have the time for that. It's tedious. Next thing we need to do is make a primitive ragdoll. This will be pretty simple. You just have to match the cubes to the armature and the model. The more accurate, the better generally. When all the cubes are lined up in the armature, we can hide the armature and model to clean up the workspace. It'll make it a little bit easier to connect the rigid body constraints and move the pivots to the right places. Also, something I like to do is make the cubes that attach to the body with no collision bounds. This makes the ragdoll a little more dynamic. Now that we have a primitive ragdoll, we can connect the rig to the primitive. We start by clearing the bone parents on each of the bones till all of them are separated from each other. Now we can select a cube and center the cursor to the cube. This will make it so we can click the bone in edit mode and move the selection to the cursor. Repeat this till all the bones are connected to the cubes. Rotate them 90 degrees so the bones point out the back of the model. After the bones are in the proper places, we can select the bone and add a bone constraint. Copy location and copy rotation. You can use the eyedropper tool to select the cube that corresponds with the bone. The final thing to do is select the armature and add an always node. Connect the armature to the run node. This will allow the rig to update during the runtime. And that's it. You have a fully skinned ragdoll that you can add to a group instance and spawn them as you wish.